Dr. Gustavo Dudamel talks about growing up in Barquisimeto, the musical capital of Venezuela.
They did a census and they were counting the people, and what they found is that in every house in Barquisimeto was a musical instrument.
All that and more still to come on the Arts Hour.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. Thousands are gathering in Dhaka as Bangladesh marks the anniversary of the ousting of the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The interim government is to unveil a roadmap for democratic reforms, laying the foundations for elections next year. The Israeli military says the government has authorised the gradual re-entry of goods to Gaza via private traders. The agency in charge of the Gaza border says the aim is to increase the volume of aid entering the territory while reducing reliance on the UN. Israel has maintained a near-total blockade of Gaza since March. At least a dozen civilians have died in overnight air and artillery attacks across Ukraine. President Zelensky said the Russian army was once again hunting people. The Netherlands has become the first NATO country to purchase weapons from the United States for Ukraine under a scheme announced last month by President Trump. It's bought €500 million worth. A former employee of a far-right German AfD politician has gone on trial accused of spying for China. The defendant worked as an assistant to Maximilian Krah. UN talks aimed at reaching the first global agreement to cut plastic pollution have begun in Geneva. The talks are expected to last 10 days and there's resistance from oil-producing nations over potential measures to limit production. Extreme record-breaking weather has hit several countries in East Asia. There's been torrential rain in mainland China, Hong Kong and Taiwan, while Japan, Vietnam and South Korea are sweltering under intense heat waves. The US has condemned a court order in Brazil placing the far-right former president and ally of Donald Trump, Jair Bolsonaro, under house arrest. Mr. Bolsonaro faces trial on charges he plotted a coup after losing the last election, which he denies. The US music star Dolly Parton has been named a Guinness World Record icon. Her achievements include the most studio albums released by a female country singer. BBC News.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
My worship thing is coming.
United Kingdom, get ready for a divine encounter like never before. On the 9th of August 2025, Abraham Lambton Ministries presents the maiden edition of Art of Worship in the UK. An unforgettable evening of glory, praise and revelation. Join us on the theme, The Nature of Worship, as we unlock the heart of true worship with none other than Apostle Abraham Lambton, a prophetic voice for this generation.
I may be down, but still I will worship you. I may be naked, but still I will worship you.
And that's not all. Prepare for anointed ministrations from powerful vessels of worship: Lady Frida Akrofi, Minister Chanel Kale, Minister Emmanuel Jemfi, and a Rabana music. The venue: Praise Gate Temple, Unit 5, Pit Lake, 46 Industrial Estate, West Croydon, CRO 3RA. The time is 5 p.m. sharp. Come early, come expectant. This isn't just another event, it's a move of God. Mark your calendar, bring a friend, and let heaven kiss earth as we explore the art of worship. For more information, call +44 7888 635 893 or follow Apostle Abraham Lambton on all social media platforms. Art of Worship UK edition. You can't afford to miss this.
Let the heavens hear you tonight.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
My worship thing is coming.
United Kingdom, get ready for a divine encounter like never before. On the 9th of August 2025, Abraham Lampton Ministries presents the maiden edition of Art of Worship in the UK. An unforgettable evening of glory, praise and revelation. Join us on the theme, The Nature of Worship, as we unlock the heart of true worship with none other than Apostle Abraham Lampton, a prophetic voice for this generation.
I may be down, but still I will worship you. I may be naked, but still I will worship you.
And that's not all. Prepare for anointed ministrations from powerful vessels of worship: Lady Frida Akrofi, Minister Chanel Kale, Minister Emmanuel Jemfi, and a Rabbanam music. The venue: Praise Gate Temple, Unit 5, Pit Lake, 46 Industrial Estate, West Croydon, CRO 3RA. The time is 5 p.m. sharp. Come early, come expectant. This isn't just another event, it's a move of God. Mark your calendar, bring a friend, and let heaven kiss earth as we explore the art of worship. For more information, call +44 7888 635 893 or follow Apostle Abraham Lampton on all social media platforms. Art of Worship UK edition. You can't afford to miss this.
Let the heavens hear you tonight.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
My worship thing is coming.
United Kingdom, get ready for a divine encounter like never before. On the 9th of August 2025, Abraham Lambton Ministries presents the maiden edition of Art of Worship in the UK. An unforgettable evening of glory, praise and revelation. Join us on the theme, The Nature of Worship, as we unlock the heart of true worship with none other than Apostle Abraham Lambton, a prophetic voice for this generation.
I may be down, but still I will worship you. I may be naked, but still I will worship you.
And that's not all. Prepare for anointed ministrations from powerful vessels of worship, Lady Frida Crofi, Minister Chanel Cale, Minister Emmanuel Jemfi, and a Rabanam music. The venue, Praise Gate Temple, Unit 5 Pit Lake, 46 Industrial Estate, West Croydon, CRO 3RA. The time is 5 p.m. sharp. Come early, come expectant. This isn't just another event, it's a move of God. Mark your calendar, bring a friend, and let heaven kiss earth as we explore the art of worship. For more information, call +44 7888 635 893 or follow Apostle Abraham Lambton on all social media platforms. Art of Worship UK edition. You can't afford to miss this.
Let the heavens hear you tonight.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
My worship thing is coming.
United Kingdom, get ready for a divine encounter like never before. On the 9th of August 2025, Abraham Lambton Ministries presents the maiden edition of Art of Worship in the UK. An unforgettable evening of glory, praise and revelation. Join us on the theme, The Nature of Worship, as we unlock the heart of true worship with none other than Apostle Abraham Lambton, a prophetic voice for this generation.
I may be down, but still I will worship you. I may be naked, but still I will worship you.
And that's not all. Prepare for anointed ministrations from powerful vessels of worship, Lady Frida Akrofi, Minister Chanel Kale, Minister Emmanuel Jemfi, and a Rabbanam music. The venue, Praise Gate Temple, Unit 5 Pit Lake, 46 Industrial Estate, West Croydon, CRO 3RA. The time is 5 p.m. sharp. Come early, come expectant. This isn't just another event, it's a move of God. Mark your calendar, bring a friend, and let heaven kiss earth as we explore the art of worship. For more information, call +44 7888 635 893 or follow Apostle Abraham Lambton on all social media platforms. Art of Worship UK edition. You can't afford to miss this.
Let the heavens hear you tonight.
The best radio show.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Starr Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the coco set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harry Song, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. Don't go nowhere. UK, London. We they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And I sabi you know, just have fun and stay blessed.
The best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Star Radio. Star Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and welcome to the Star Radio UK Tuesday edition of the morning show. Today is Tuesday, the 5th day of August, the year 2025, with the time now exactly at 10:52, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only. Okay.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right then. You know when at times technology decide that today they are not going to perform, what do? You can't beat it or lash it or do anything. Yeah. But good. At long last it came through. All right then. So let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. As I say all the time, without his production and his help, and programs cannot come your way. He makes sure that everything is set up before I come in, and then we can just zoom in from there. Massive good morning to you, Perry. Good morning to you. Let me say good morning also to Delta Hammond. Good morning to you. Hope you are doing very well, ma'am. All the way in Ghana. Kumasi, massive good morning to you all. Hope you are doing very, very well. And then to the one and only, yes, HRH Linda Pallian. That's a good morning to you. Good morning to Mr. Frank Davis, Mr. Layomi Koiki. Yes, in Benin City. In Benin, yeah. Massive good morning to you there as well. All of you who listen to us on the Koiki Media platform, on the Yoruba Nation platform, or the United States of Biafra platforms, we salute each and every one of you. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Professor Kinto, yeah, massive good morning to you. Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, massive good morning to you there as well. Bishop Adesina, good morning. Anthony Adedeji, Aziz, Shamsuddin, and all you wonderful people who have tuned in this morning. Once again, good morning. In Ghana as well, Atakofi, good morning to you. And a special good morning goes to Ni Ananajo, the chief of a shaman. I salute each and every one of you. Reverend Michael Esiama, in the UK, Captain Felix Tete, good morning, and my brother Felix all the way in Aberdeen, massive good morning to you there as well. KB Bossman, Vicky Newton, good morning. Councillor Tamara, good morning to you there as well. I hope you're all doing very, very well. And to every one of you who's tuned in this morning to listen to us on this platform, on this lovely day, we'll make it count. Reverend Dr. Seth Francis said, Nunu, massive good morning to you, and Mama Nunu as well, Mrs. Nunu, Eugenia Nunu, good morning to you there as well. Hope you are all doing very, very well. All right then. Okay, so let's crack on. This is Star Radio UK, the Tuesday edition of the morning show, and this is how the program is going to go. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. Then we'll continue to look at the weather forecast, then the travel updates. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. After which we continue to look at the details of the stories. At 11:45, the lines are open for you to join in. You can call us on Teams link. Just look for Star Radio UK and you'll be able to do so. Then after which, exactly at 12 o'clock, the curtains are brought down for the end of the program. So in that gist, that's what's going to happen. But once again, welcome to the program. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa, good morning to you. And Antonio, there and the family there, I salute each and every one of you. And thank you very much for all that you do for, yes, my baby brother there. I salute you. All right then. Yes, Mr. Herbert Hammond, good morning. Cool. I hope you are doing very well. And Jerry, you are now a big man. Massive good morning to you all there. Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's crack on. So what does the quote for the day say? The quote for the day says, there is no job security anywhere. Security lies in the person who holds the job. You are your own guarantee. Okay, so are you putting your best foot forward when it comes to working, or you find all the various excuses and all those things like people do, and it's time for you to go work. I have to go and be praying, demons are troubling the work, so we have to be going to. Well, there is a time for prayers and there's a time for work. So a word to a wise is always enough. All right, then let's crack on to the weather front. Well, yesterday we were battered left, right, center, but it looks like today we're going to be having a better day and a better weather. So wherever you are, I hope you are enjoying yourself. But you know what? If you are in other parts of the world where the weather is not good, just chill, man. Make it while the sun shines. Or if it's rainy, enjoy the rain, because the time will come that will not be there. It will be scorching and stuff like that because of the El Nino weather phenomenon that we are facing now. Well, I'll be talking about that during the course of the program. But this afternoon will continue rather windy with spells of sunshine and some patchy cloud, largely dry throughout. Now skies will clear in the evening, leaving plenty of late sunshine. Winds will also ease by this stage and will continue to do so overnight, becoming light. Skies will stay widely clear tonight. The top temperature is going to be 22 degrees and the lower is going to be 11 degrees. Pollen level is going to be moderate, UV level is going to be high, and pollution is going to be low. Sunset is going to be at 20:43 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 05:30 hours. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Yes, by the weekend we'll be getting some heat coming in, getting up to about 27 degrees. Okay, so get yourself geared up. All right, now let's move on to the travels. As we will say here on this platform, keep your eyes on the roads, as we keep it navigated. I promise our bond the Starr Radio Good Travel Update. I can't wait every weekday from 11 o'clock.
This is Starr Radio UK.
And what have I got news for you? Yes, on the travel this morning. On the underground, those of you using the underground, the Piccadilly line is experiencing severe delays between Acton Town and Uxbridge due to an earlier customer incident. Please use the Metropolitan line to complete your journey, and there are minor delays on the rest of the line too, so please check it out. That aside, all the other underground lines are running good service, and London Overground lines good service, and DLR London Tramlink good service there as well. And let's move on straight to the major roads in London. That's the A roads. On the A roads this morning, there are no exceptional roads, but there are no exceptional delays. My apologies. These are the B roads and some of the other local roads, so please check it out. Now the Riverbanks is experiencing good service, offering good service. London Cable Car good service there, and bringing us to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. As I said, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as we keep it navigated. I promise our bond. So on the National Rail this morning, Greater Anglia, Heathrow Express, London North Eastern Railway, Northern Rail, ScotRail, and Southwestern Railway are all offering special services. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I will say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the road. So we'll take a quick commercial break, and once we come back, we continue with the show. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Thomas' 40th birthday summer barbecue fundraising for the number 2 male for the no to male violence against women and girls march. There's going to be live DJ performance, a raffle, and more. Donations are welcome. Just look for hashtag Lioness Sat 40 or Lioness at 40, hashtag Lioness at 40. They're throwing that party, and the date is the 29th of August from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. The venue, Warden, and then Yes, there's going to be eating, dancing, celebrating, and raising funds for the No to Male Violence Against Women and Girls. Now, live DJs and performance, barbecue, halal, and vegan options are going to be there as well. And then raffle books and all sorts. So please, please, please make a date and make the time to join there. The address once again, as I'm waiting for to bring that your way. It's in Warden. That's in Croydon catchment area. As I did say, there's going to be live DJ, barbecue, and if you want halal, the rest assured you're going to get halal. And then there is free entry though. Donations are welcome. Thomas Big 4.0 barbecue with a twist. Okay, and the address once again is in Warden. So please check it out. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's now move on. Let me bring you or take you global trotting. Okay, what have I got for you? Oh boy, there's lots happening from across the globe, and as you know, we kick off from home here in the UK. First migrants could be detained within days under UK-France small boat deal. The one in one out pilot scheme comes into force and will see some migrants arriving in the UK return to France. And in other stories, the repair shop J Blades have been charged with rape. Is it just a tendency of people just trying to ruin somebody's career or destroy their names and just alleging? But well, the police have charged. Well, we have to leave the courts to do justice to that. But yesterday I was watching a late program where back in what do you call Wales, there was an incident a few years back. That's in the 1988 or the early 90s, and yeah, in 98 or 88 thereabout. And then when it was a Caucasian guy who was said to have murdered this girl who was prostituting, a young lady who was prostituting. And when it came to arresting, they went to arrest 5 black guys. Well, they didn't have DNA proof on all those things, and someone was asking, how come one Caucasian guy who had got blood on his hand and stuff like that turned into 5 black guys? And it was a miscarriage of justice. These people were arrested, their names and this thing. It took about 15 years for another what do you call it, forensic expert to come in, a lady who then managed to turn the whole thing around. During the course of the time, they released them from prison, but they were still not cleared because they were suspect. I mean, people were saying that there's no smoke without fire and all that stuff. But we'll see. Is it the same thing that is happening? What is happening to him? We'll be telling you more about that. A police officer has been accused of sharing Manchester's airport brawl CCTV footage. Okay? Well. And 100 million of premium bond prizes remain unclaimed. Whoa. All right, so if you got money there, boy, better get in there. And footballer Thomas Partey has been granted bail on rape charges. More transparency needed on immigration status of suspects, says Cooper. Okay, these are stories making the rounds this morning. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. In other parts of the world as well, U.S. Attorney General orders grand jury hearings on Trump-Russia probe. Well, are they trying to now, because Trump was alluding that it was the Obama administration that tried to cook or such a story or such a storm, but that he had nothing to do with it. Now the Attorney General is saying I'm going to bring I remember Trump is saying that it's treasonable and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens. But someone who's also said that, remember back in the day, Trump telling Russia that they should hack into Hillary's account. They should hack Hillary's account. They should hack Hillary's and stuff like that. So is that it? Well, we'll tell you more about that. Texas Republican vote to arrest Democrats blocking plan to redraw electoral boundaries. Oh, why? Okay. I'm upset, angry, and disgusted. Epstein accuser says, well, I'll be telling you more. And protests in China over viral school bullying case. All right, then. Let's see what happens. And hundreds of Israeli ex-officials appeal to Trump to help end Gaza war. The U.S. has condemned house arrest of Brazil's ex-president Jair Bolsonaro. Why? Because he's a pal of Donald Trump, and Trump has increased tariffs on Brazil because of his pal. Oh, power. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Netanyahu to urge full conquest of Gaza as ceasefire talks reach an impasse. You want to know more, you got to stay tuned. Trump is about to make two key appointments. Faith in the economy is at stake. Let's see what happens from that front. Okay. Now, when it comes to Africa as well, now South Africa farm worker says he was forced to feed women to pigs, and those are some of the stories making the rounds there. Still on the African front, France is fast-tracking Africa's art return in new heritage bill. France has not finished mourning its colonial past. That's one of the challenges of restitution, Senator Pierre Ozulias have stated. And then in Somalia, camels are the heart of Somalia's agriculture. You know, they can stand heat and all, drought and all those things. Well, I think they think that now the best way to do it is to farm camels. And if that is going to do, why not? Us, my colleague, Frank Davis normally said, resources are not, they become. Resources are not, they become. So back in the day, maybe they are not doing, or in recent times, they are not doing anything good. But now, well, it's going to do good. And Mali seizes inflatable cars. It says armed groups have planned to use it to do what? Inflatable cars? Oh boy. Okay, are they going to be riding in it or what? They put it there and what? Okay, we'll be telling you more about all that. It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. In Nigeria as well, Peter Obi doesn't need to be president. Chimamanda Adichie is saying, and power rotation debate divisionary, says Falana. Well, they said the North does it, then it has to come to the South, and then that way. But well, let's see. Police kill 78 terrorists, rescue 175 kidnapped victims in 1 month. NOA is saying. In other stories making the rounds in Nigeria, our terrorism prescription is political. IPOB is saying, and Nnamdi Kanu files 60 billion defamation suit against Reno Omokri. That is in a couple of days ago that was filed. But let's see what happens on that front. It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. And another development, Nigerian government opposes terrorism trial. Prosecution opposes Nnamdi Kanu's no case submission. Court sets a date for railing. I've talked about that in the past, so we'll see what happens. Well, is the palace, Shah Palace, getting themselves involved or interfering with the operation of the Office of the Special Prosecutor? Well, Shah Palace responds to allegation of interference in OSP investigation involving Adom Ochure. Okay. All right then. We're moving on. Bahama, don't let me die like Lumba. That KD gospel musician cries. Did Muhammad leave Daddy Lumba to die like that? Well, we're going to be telling you more about all those bits that's making the rounds in Ghana. What's wrong with him? Okay, we'll act on August 7 to protect Ghanaians. Sam George on DSTV suspension. And Bank of Ghana probes banks over alleged dollar shortage. Well, is it just one of those things where you do those and then gives the government a bad reputation, and the people can. But we'll see. Or are they hoarding it to use it for what? Okay, teacher trainees receive 5-month allowances nationwide. Okay, no verification gambling establishment sites top UK casino without ID 2025. Okay, let's leave the one there. And then in other stories, still making the rounds in Ghana. Well, if you are innocent, the process will clear you. Nana ya Jantua to Adom Archery. So there's a lot more coming your way. We're going to be bringing it all to you. Yes, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 12 minutes past the top of the hour. And let's take a commercial break. Once we come back, I'll bring you the details of all the stories making the rounds this morning. Stay tuned and don't even think of touching the dial.
My worship thing is coming.
United Kingdom, get ready for a divine encounter like never before. On the 9th of August 2025, Abraham Lambton Ministries presents the maiden edition of Art of Worship in the UK. An unforgettable evening of glory, praise and revelation. Join us on the theme, The Nature of Worship, as we unlock the heart of true worship with none other than Apostle Abraham Lambton, a prophetic voice for this generation.
I may be down, but still I will worship you. I may be naked, but still I will worship you.
And that's not all. Prepare for anointed ministrations from powerful vessels of worship, Lady Frida Akrofi, Minister Chanel Kale, Minister Emmanuel Jemfi, and a Rabanam music. The venue, Praise Gate Temple, Unit 5 Pit Lake, 46 Industrial Estate, West Croydon, CRO 3RA. The time is 5 p.m. sharp. Come early, come expectant. This isn't just another event, it's a move of God. Mark your calendar, bring a friend, and let heaven kiss earth as we explore the art of worship. For more information, call +44 7888 635 893 or follow Apostle Abraham Lambton on all social media platforms. Art of Worship UK edition. You can't afford to miss this.
Let the heavens hear you tonight.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK. Let's take this quick announcement and then we go on. Tamara's why am I calling her Tamara? Tamara's 40th birthday summer barbecue fundraising for the No to Male Violence Against Women and Girls March is going to be taking place on the 9th of August from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Warden. Okay, now it's going to be a very special one. You're going to be eating, you're going to be dancing, celebrating, and raising funds for the No to Male Violence Against Women and Girls. That's which the match itself is going to be taking place in November. There'll be lots of activities that you can be following it live on Star Radio UK. Now, for coming in, live DJs performance, BBQ, barbecue, halal and vegan, raffle book, signing, case, activities and book. Now, free entry donation is welcome. Now, wear something green. Let's find Thomas' birthday into resistance of community. Thomas Big 40 barbecue with a twist. We're throwing a joyful, family-friendly summer barbecue. And the date, once again, Saturday the 9th of August, time 3 p.m. Warden, as I said to you. Okay, so that is for your information. We hope to see you there. Be there or be squared. All right, as they say. But it's all coming away from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then. Now, let's move on to bring you the details of the stories making the rounds this morning. Yeah, so starting from home here in the UK. Now, the deal that was arranged or agreed between the Prime Minister of the UK and the President of France, Emmanuel Macron and Keir Starmer, is set to kick off in a few days' time. Well, the Home Secretary Yvette Cooper has declined to put a figure on how many migrants will be returned to France under a new scheme that comes into force today. Now, some migrants arriving in the UK on small boats will be detained and returned to France under the deal agreed with France President Emmanuel Macron. In return, the UK will accept asylum seekers who have not tried to cross and can pass security and eligibility checks. The Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the plan was a product of months of grown-up diplomacy which will deliver real results, but the Conservatives said it will make no difference whatsoever. As of the 30th of July, more than 25,000 people had crossed the channel in small boats in 2025, about 49% higher than the same point in 2024. UK and international law prevent the government from sending asylum seekers back to their country of origin before their claim has been considered and turned down. However, they can be sent to safe countries prepared to consider their claim. Under the plan, an adult migrant who tries to get to the UK by crossing the channel could be returned to France if their claim for asylum was deemed to be inadmissible. Returns could begin to take place within weeks. Information coming through says that anyone arriving in the UK via small boats will be assessed as being inadmissible, but mental health and security checks will still be made, followed by screening about suitability for detention and removal. Now, however, Cooper will not be drawn on how many returns will likely be made, stressing the scheme starting up was a trial. The number will start lower and then build up. Now, she says there were two reasons for not setting out numbers at this point. First of all, because those numbers will vary and will increase, and we haven't picked on overall number of the scheme, although we obviously want it to increase as much as possible. But also, second, because we're not going to provide operational information about which numbers, which days that the criminal gangs will then use to continue to ply their vile trade in human beings. There have been reports that 50 people were per week could be returned, compared with weekly average of more than 800 people currently making the crossing. Now, Peter Walsh, a senior researcher at the University of Oxford Migration Observatory, said the number of returns will not need to be higher to have a deterrent effect. Now, asked whether 50 returns a week will have an impact on crossing, he said, on the current rate of arrivals, that will be roughly 5% chance of return. Now, people are already taking such a big risk. They're risking their lives by getting into a small boat. So you'd have to imagine that the kind of percentage might not be enough to move the needle. Now, small boat arrivals are a very clear sign of lack of control over the border. These are unauthorized arrivals, and that's why people are concerned. Now, if you are listening to me, what do you think is the way forward? The other time we were having a program, and one of the viewers they comment that he thinks that it's all due to the fact that the UK has lost its way when it comes to control of migration. Okay, so then the issue once again is, what are the factors that are pulling these people? Why are they in France and they don't want to stay in France, or in Europe and they don't want to stay in Europe? What is making the those countries hostile to them, that they think that, okay, UK has become a soft spot that they can come in and then live their lives and do whatever they're going to do? Now, how do we check that these people are also, have not got criminal records or anything of the sort? How do you keep them? You don't have even enough places to put prisoners. Okay, so where do you house them? Now, this is a case where we are housing people in hotels. Okay, and communities are upset about that, because when these individuals have come in and, let me put it this way, playing the devil's advocate, have gone on to be, abusing or doing stuff that is, inhumane, to women, to girls, rape, some allude that they might have done and stuff like that, then what do you expect the indigents to do? So you get it. So much as I am against people being hostile to strangers, I think that when you go to France, you do, or you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. That is how we've been taught. And therefore, you come into somebody's house, you don't come and say, this is my rule, this is how I live my life in my own house, so that is what I'm going to bring that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So far as they are giving you the right to live, you have to learn to live with them. I'm not saying that if you are being abused, just say that, oh yes, master abused me and stuff like that. No. We'll talk about integration. We'll talk about a few things there. The racism and all those bits, yes, they are there. They wouldn't go away no matter what you do, no matter how you stand on the platform to make lots of noise. People, it's in people's head. They are harboring. It's in them. You can't take it away. Maybe they will not stand on the platform to shout it, but it's something that is ingrained in them. You get it? So whatever happens, people will be nasty to you. But there should be that even ground where, in the open, you cannot. The laws are protecting you, and the laws are protecting me. So I cannot misbehave, and you cannot also maltreat, and then we live peaceably. That's what's supposed to be. But well, let's see what happens. One in, one out. If one in, one out, then at least they should bring 800 people crossing the day. They will take 800 people back to them. So one in, one out. That's it, right? Okay. Now, yesterday, Storm Flores did harm. Well, thousands of homes are still without power and trains remain suspended in the aftermath of Storm Flores. The Scottish and Southern electricity networks said 222,000 homes were without power as of 08 hours, but said that managed to restore supplies to 50,000 homes. Network Rail said teams had been working tirelessly to clear routes, with 119 incidents reported on train lines across Scotland on Monday amid gusts of up to 90 miles per hour in some parts. Cancelled trains and flights caused a widespread disruption across the UK on Monday, with early reports from aviation analytics firm Sirium suggesting that at least 68 departure flights were cancelled as a result of the storm. Now, which resulted in amber warning, was the most damaging summer storm in recent memory, with thousands of properties hit in the Highlands, Moray, and Aberdeenshire. Felix, we hope you are doing very, very well. Yes, he is our special man who lives in Aberdeen. Yeah. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on to other stories making the rounds. This craze about having the obesity jab, people are talking about it, people are doing it, and they see their weight coming down. But people coming off obesity jabs like Wegovy or Manjaro will have check-ups for at least a year to make sure they don't pile weight back on. New advice for the NHS has said it's not uncommon for people to regain most of what they shed once they stop treatment. Experiences show. The guidance from health assessment body NICE warns weight management is a long-term journey, not a short-term fix. The patients may need extra support and a plan for how to stay at their new weight, such as eating healthily and hitting the gym or going for walks, it says. Now, in England alone, obesity affected around 1 in 4 adults. An estimated 1.5 people are on weight loss jabs in the UK, but the vast majority are paying for them privately, so will not be eligible for NHS support as they come off the treatment. Now, Wegovy semaglutide is already available on the NHS on prescription, but only to those most in need with health problems due to their weight and a high BMI for a period of 2 years. Now, around 240,000 people are expected to be offered Manjaro, that is tirzepatide, over the next 3 years. There's currently no specified time limit for being prescribed the drug. Both drugs help reduce appetite and can lead to life-changing weight loss. They are prescribed alongside programs that support healthy weight loss through changes to diet and physical activity. In the Wegovy drug trial, patients regained around 2/3 of their original weight once they came off the injection. It's a similar story for those on the Manjaro as well. Now, new advice from NICE, the National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, encourages patients to build long-term behavioral habits, use self-monitoring tools, and draw on wider support from online communities to family-led interventions and local activities. So if you see your wife or your husband who is on the job taking or eating too much, you take their food away. Don't let them starve them. Give them water to drink. I'm just joking. Don't go and do that. If somebody punches you, you don't come to me. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK.
This is Starr Radio UK.
All right then. So what do you think? Would you want to be on that? People are using it to lose weight. So maybe it's about time. It's about time. But piling up the weight after that, what would you want to do? If you manage to lose it, what would you do? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now at 11:30, and let's move on to other parts of the world as well. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has ordered prosecutors to open legal proceedings into allegation that political opponents of Donald Trump may have conspired to falsely accuse him of colluding with Russia in the run-up to the 2016 presidential election. According to the news network partners at CBS, prosecutors will submit evidence to a grand jury, a group of members of the public who will decide whether formal charges will be filed. It is unclear, however, what those charges might be and who could be charged. Trump was elected president in 2016 election, beating Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. He has always accused political foes of smear over the so-called Russiagate allegation. Now, last month, U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard accused former President Barack Obama and his national security team of a years-long coup against Trump. Gabbard alleged that intelligence about Russia meddling in 2016 White House election had been politicized by Obama White House to falsely tie Trump to Russia. Now, Trump reacted by accusing Obama of treason, and an Obama spokesman called them that claim bizarre. The Democrats said nothing in Gabbard's finding invalidated a U.S. intelligence assessment in January 2017, concluding that Russia had sought to damage Clinton's campaign and boost Trump in the vote 3 months earlier. Now, a 2020 bipartisan report by the Senate Intelligence Committee also found that Russia had tried to help Trump's 2016 campaign. Some news network, Fox News, reported last month that the ex-CIA director John Brennan and ex-FBI director James Comey were under criminal investigation relating to the Trump-Russia probe. Both have long denied any wrongdoing and accused Trump of subverting the justice system. Half of Trump's first presidency was overshadowed by investigations from his own Justice Department into whether he had conspired with Russia to sway the 2016 election. The resulting Mueller report found no proof that Trump or his campaign had coordinated with the Kremlin, and no one was charged with such crimes. Now, the debate over Russiagate was reinvigorated last week when an appendix to another Justice Department investigation into the affair was declassified. The 29 pages from Special Counsel John Durham inquiry cites a March 2016 memo from a U.S. intelligence source stating that Hillary Clinton had approved a plan to smear Trump as a Russian asset. Now, Durham cites what appears or purports to be original emails that hackers affiliated with Russia intelligence might have obtained from an employee with a non-profit organization run by liberal donor George Soros. Now, one of the messages appeared to have been sent by Leonard Bernardo, a senior vice president at Open Society Foundation, Soros' philanthropic arm. It apparently refers to Clinton foreign policy advisor Juliana Smith. The email dated 26th of July 2016 reads, Julie says it will be a long-term affair to demonize Putin and Trump. Now it's good for a post-convention bounce. Later, the FBI will put more oil into the fire. There is nothing illegal about political smear, but Trump allies suggested that email, if genuine, showed that the federal investigators could have been part of the scheme. Durham, however, found no proof of such an FBI conspiracy, but accusing the former president Barack Obama that he was part of the scheme to do so. I mean, everything that you are seeing there is more to do with Hillary. So why do you bring Obama in there? Well, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 11:35 exactly, in the next 10 minutes, I'll be opening the line or activating the line for you to add your voice to the discussion. Now, Texas Republicans have voted to track down and arrest dozens of Democratic legislators who have fled the state to block passage of a plan to redraw electoral boundaries to favor Republicans. After the vote, Republican Governor Greg Abbott ordered state troopers to locate, arrest, and return to the House chamber any member who has abandoned their duty to Texans. Now, Abbott has also threatened to charge the absent Democrats with bribery if they raise public money to cover the daily fine they incur for boycotting the chamber. The redrawn congressional map will create 5 more Republican leaning seats in the U.S. House of Representatives in Washington, D.C., where Republicans hold a slim majority. At least 2/3 of the 150-member state legislative body in Texas must be present to proceed with the vote. The quorum became unreachable after more than 50 Democratic lawmakers left the state. Now, most of the Democrats fled to Illinois, where the state governor, J.B. Pritzker, said he was going to do everything we can to protect every single one of them amid arrest threats from Abbott. The Democrats said they plan to stay away from Texas for 2 weeks until the end of special legislative season. Now, Monday's vote was mostly symbolic as the warrant only applied within Texas state lines. The move empowers the chamber sergeant at arms and state troopers to arrest the absent lawmakers and deliver them to state capitol building in Austin. Now, they will not face any civil or criminal charges as a result of the warrant. Now, Texas Democrat legislator Ron Reynolds said in Chicago on Monday that the arrest threat was nothing more than a scare tactic. The members of the Texas House incur $500 for each day they fail to show up. Governor Abbott has warned that those who refuse to return to vote could face charges. It will be bribery if any lawmaker took money to perform or to refuse to perform an act in the legislature. And in the report, these legislators, let me take it in. And the reports are these legislators have both sought money and offered money to skip the vote, to leave the legislature to take a legislative act. That would be bribery. After legislators voted to issue warrant against the Democrat, Abbott ordered the Texas Department of Public Safety to locate, arrest, and return the House to the House chamber any member who has abandoned their duty to of Texas. So you'll be there, they arrest you, they take you to the House of, let's say Ghana, House of Parliament, or here, yes, the House of Commons. No, you cannot say you are going away. Well. I remember back in the day when the then Prime Minister Boris Johnson, were they were trying to parole Parliament, and they decided when Parliament to close Parliament and then do things and well, remember the court case and everything that went on there because of the Brexit when they wanted to, yes, but now, well, let's see where it all ended us and how it has impacted us. Well. So coming away from Starr Radio UK at 11:38. Now, in other stories making the rounds this morning, so from the US, one from there, Jeffrey Epstein accuser Haile Robson has said that Ghislaine Maxwell could be pardoned, has left her angry and disgusted. Maxwell, the convicted associate of sex offender Epstein, was recently moved from a Florida prison to a new minimum security facility in Texas. She has been at the center of the controversy surrounding the Trump administration handling of the Epstein files. The reason for her transfer from the Florida prison are unclear, and the White House has said no leniency is being given or discussed. But the issue is, why has she been moved to that place? Why has she been moved to that place? Well, so coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now, in the Middle East as well, a group of some 600 retired Israeli security officials, including former heads of intelligence agencies, have written to the US President Donald Trump to pressure Israel to immediately end the war in Gaza. It is our professional judgment that Hamas no longer poses a strategic threat to Israel, the officials said. Your credibility with the vast majority of Israelis augments your ability to steer Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his government in the right direction. End the war, return the hostages, stop the suffering, they wrote. Now, the appeal comes amid reports that Netanyahu is pushing to expand military operation in Gaza as indirect ceasefire talks with Hamas have stalled. Now, Israel launched a devastating war in Gaza following the Hamas attack in southern Israel on the 7th of October 2023, in which about 1,200 people were killed and 251 taken into Gaza as hostages. More than 60,000 people have been killed as a result of Israel's military campaign in Gaza since then, the Hamas-run health ministry have said. On Monday, the ministry reported that at least 94 people have been killed in Gaza in the past day, including dozens it said had died in Israeli strikes. At least 24 people have been killed while seeking aid. It added, such reports have become almost daily in recent months, but are hard to verify as international journalists are blocked by Israel from entering Gaza independently to verify all that. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, yeah, let me bring you down. Jair Bolsonaro. Now, Brazil's Supreme Court has ordered that the former right-wing president, Jair Bolsonaro, be put under house arrest. He is standing trial of allegation he plotted a coup, which he denies. The judge in the charge of investigating Bolsonaro, Alexandra de Moraes, said the decision was because Bolsonaro hadn't complied with restraining orders put on him last month. In response to the order, Bolsonaro's legal team denied breaching any restraining order and said they would appeal the ruling, according to Reuters news agency. In a segment on X, the U.S. State Department said it condemns the court order and will hold accountable all those aiding and abetting sanctioned conduct. Now, Donald Trump has used Bolsonaro's trial, which he calls a witch hunt, as a justification for imposing 50% tariffs on some Brazilian goods, despite the U.S. having a trade surplus with Brazil. Now, Mr. Moraes, who the U.S. has also sanctioned, said Bolsonaro had used the social network of his allies, including his sons, to spread messages that encourage attacks on the Supreme Court and a foreign intervention in the Brazilian judiciary. On Sunday, pro-Bolsonaro rallies were held in various Brazilian cities. One of his sons, Flavio, who is a senator, briefly put his father on speakerphone to the crowd in Rio de Janeiro. Now, Flavio also reportedly later published a video which he deleted afterwards of his father on the other side of the call, sending a message to supporters. Mr. Moraes cited the incident in his ruling, saying Bolsonaro deliberately flouted previous restrictions, according to local media. The flagrant disregard for the preventative measures were so obvious that it bears repeating. The defendant's own son, Senator Flavio Nantes Bolsonaro, decided to delete the post from his Instagram account in order to conceal the legal transgression, the ruling said. Now, why is Trump on his side? Because the action that Trump took when they went into election and Joe Biden beat him to it at the 2020 elections, yes, that he was beaten. Now, and then the insurrection that ensued after that. So he saw Bolsonaro also using the same template to do the same thing, and because he used machinations and stuff like that to stop legal proceedings from taking place, and now he has become a president, he want to use the same thing to say that, oh, Bolsonaro was right, he could have, because you all share the same view. But again, is a country independent, or there is no actually independence for any country or anybody? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, so you can decide to say anything about country A, country B, country C, or whatever. But what do you think? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:45. Okay, let's move on to Africa and let's look at some of the stories making the rounds there. Just bear with me. Well, new bill allows France government to expedite the return of African heritage without parliamentary approval, but bureaucratic hurdles remain for former colonies. Now, Culture Minister Rakida Dati presented the law to the French cabinet on Wednesday, which is part of a broader commitment made in 2017 by President Emmanuel Macron to return African heritage. The bill aims to simplify current procedures to return cultural property that was acquired illegally, either stolen, looted, or taken with violence between 1815 and 1972 during France's colonial empire. The text, he said, I presented this morning to the Council of Ministers, is a powerful act and powerful ambition for peace, for the recognition of memories, and for the renewal of relationship with countries that were wronged, that he wrote on his post on X. Now, interestingly, we are looking at France sort of losing its impact or its grip on its colonial various former colonies. Let me put it that way. And so we have Burkina Faso, we have Mali, we have Niger, we have which ones? And they are all doing same. I mean, virtually saying they don't want anything to do with their former colonial masters, because they think that they've been fomenting problems and have not been giving them a dog's chance to make anything for themselves. But what do you think? What do you think is a way forward? Has France lost it totally, or what? So come your way from Starr Radio UK. Now, interestingly, I was saying earlier on that resources are not, they become. So camels have long been the backbone of Somalia's pastoralist culture, feeding families, transporting goods, and standing tall in local folklore. But on the dusty outskirts of the capital, the camel now finds itself at the center of an agricultural revolution that could redefine Somali's farming. The Beda Camel Farm is one of the new generation of camel dairies springing up around Mogadishu. Now, it says that dozens of camels saunter around sandy paddocks, while others nibble on fresh fodder under the watchful eyes of herders. In a nearby shed, workers carefully milk the animal and collect the fruity yield in sanitized containers. Now, demand for camel milk is growing, buoyed by a wave of local entrepreneurs who see untapped potential in a traditional resource. Somalia is home to over 7 million camels, more than any other country on earth. But only a fraction of that milk has ever reached urban grocery shelves, according to industry estimates. At the heart of the shift towards a modern approach to camel production is Dr. Abdrisak Marahashi, a veterinarian and farms manager. According to statistics, Somalia has the largest camel population based on estimates and studies conducted by international agencies. Somalis take pride in their heritage of raising camels. However, the way camels are raised has changed significantly over time. In the past, families did not fully appreciate the value of a camel milk, but today both camel milk and meat production have been revolutionized and increased. Currently, each camel can produce 10 liters of milk per day, compared to only 5 liters in the past, Mir has said. And as I was saying earlier on, resources are not, they become. So, has it got all the nutrients in it that will keep people, well? And why not? Why not? Why not? Maybe one day when I travel to that place, I'll have camel and see. It might be a delicacy. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. At 10 minutes to the top of the hour, as I said, the line is activated. Call us via Teams link, and it's Starr Radio UK, and I'll allow you to add your voice to the discussion. But now let's go to Nigeria. Okay, let's kick off from here. Some not saying Peter Obi doesn't need to be president. Peter Obi seemed to be saying from his quarters that, look, I'll be just a one-term president. Then I can hand over to another, maybe one of my allies in there. But celebrated at Chimanda Ngozi Adichie has said that Labour Party Peter Obi does not need to be Nigeria's president, adding that he wants to because he cares about the nation. And speaking on a program, Adichie stated that Obi has remained consistent and humble despite criticism and outcome of the 2023 election. He doesn't need to be president. He wants it to be because he cares about Nigeria, but he doesn't need to be, and that is very important distinction. There are people who are desperate to become president, not because they have any good intention for the country, but because of their own personal egos. Now, he is one of the simplest men I've ever known. He's genuine and consistent. The person I knew 15 years ago is still the same in terms of values. Peter Obi is not a person who expects you to thank him for doing his job as a leader, because to him it is his job. These are the reasons I support him. There is a sense, I think, in Peter Obi that he is accountable to the people. He doesn't think that somehow he will lord it over people. Well, if that is how they see him and he can be given opportunity, let's see what happens. But I know that the APC will say Tinubu all the way. Tinubu all the way. But what do you think about that? Well. In another story as well, power rotation. The debates have become diversionary, says Falana. Now, human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has condemned the ongoing debate on power rotation in the country ahead of the 2027 election. We are in 2025. The senior advocate of Nigeria describes such a conversation as diversion from the country's real urgent challenges. He made it known while appearing on Channel's television program. And Falana said such conversation only served to distract from more pressing issues like insecurity, hunger, and infrastructure decay. He said, I'm not going to join the campaign for power shift or power remaining in one part of the country for 4 years or 8 years. No, that's divisionary, he said. Falana stated that Nigeria needs not a fixation on rotational politics or term limits, but a united effort to address the country's deep-rooted structural problems. He urged political leaders to focus their energies on policies that directly improve the living conditions of Nigerians rather than engage in what he described as elite power games that have little bearing on the daily struggles of the population. How true is that? So like I say it now, if the person is from the north and has been in power and he's delivering, and everybody in the country is saying that it's delivering, what's the point saying that it's rotational, so we have to now next election another person in the south has to do it because we said that it's rotational? Is the person delivering? Yes, unless of course there is a national agenda. A national agenda that this is the part that we are charting. So whoever comes, it doesn't matter whether you are from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west, whatever it is, you just have to see to it that you are towing that line so that it can lead us to that destiny that the whole country wants to get to. But this is the issue. This one comes, decide to jettison what one government was doing and decide to embark on its own course. And this one comes and saying, no, I don't agree with the person, and take that one and chuck it. But at the end of the day, the question is whose money is being wasted or being spent, or yes, let me put it that way, wasted, because they leave infrastructure or development or things or projects halfway done or uncompleted, and maybe if there are loans that we took to do that, we'll still be paying, as it's been said in Ghana there, as we did discuss yesterday. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. 5 minutes to the top of the hour, the time, the morning show, and I am Archie. The Manshia Palace has denied allegation that it played any role in the recent release of media personality Paul Adumotre from custody of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The response follows widespread media suggesting that the palace intervened to facilitate Adumotre's release after his brief detention over controversial revenue assurance contract awarded during his tenure as board chairman of the Ghana Airports Company Limited. Speaking in an interview, Manshia, which is Manshia affiliated station that is on Opimsuo Radio, a senior palace official referred to only as Prof, clarified the official stance of the Asante Hene's palace. He asserted that unless a message or endorsement is issued directly by the chief of staff, one of the Otumfuo secretaries, or the chief linguist, it should not be considered the official position of Manshia. As you know, Manshia has a process of handling such matters. Any official communication must come from the chief of staff, the Otumfuo secretaries, or through the linguist, he stated. So if a chief says something somewhere, it is not related to Manshia, they shouldn't associate Manshia with their personal dealings. How often does Paul Adumotre even come to Manshia? The statement comes after Adumotre, upon his release, expressed gratitude to several individuals and institutions, including the Manshia Palace, implying that they had criticized the original bail conditions set by the OSP and helped secure his release. Adumotre was detained on July 31 in connection with the revenue assurance contract reportedly awarded by the GACL without adherence to proper procurement procedures. Now, the OSP has stated that the investigation into the matter are ongoing. He was released on August 1, so just a day, 2025, after revised bail conditions were approved. Now, it's quite an interesting one. Hope that he being out is not going to impact investigation. Okay. Now, Paul Adumotre has challenged private legal practitioner Martin Pebu to substantiate claims that he owns 4 houses in Accra, asking him to provide evidence within 2 weeks. Now, he said on a media platform that are 4 properties in Accra and that he's going to show them. I sent him a text that, please, in 2 weeks, can you show the property? Adumotre revealed during an interview on one of the TV stations. Now, the challenge is following growing public interest on the ASP's bail conditions in the ongoing investigation into a revenue assurance contract awarded by GACL during Adumotre's tenure. The former board chairman of the Ghana Airports Company Limited and broadcaster was detained on July 31 for failing to meet the bail requirement of providing 2 landed properties as sureties, a condition he said he could not meet due to his lack of landed property in Ghana. So where has he got landed property? So coming away from Starr Radio UK. We're going to be bringing the program to a close pretty soon. The cacophony of calls for Mahama to run for a 3rd term, Kwesi Pratt, is difficult to escape it. The veteran journalist, managing the editor of the Inside newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr., has expressed grave concern over calls from a faction of the public to allow President Mahama to run for a 3rd term. In a write-up shared on X yesterday, Kwesi Pratt said the calls for the amendment of Article 66 of the Constitution, which limits presidential term to 2 terms, should be taken seriously, describing any attempt to alter it as a disturbing development. It is difficult to escape the cacophony of calls for the amendment of the 1992 Constitution to make it possible for President John Dramani Mahama to contest election for a 3rd term. He said, I'm deeply worried by this development because I'm keenly aware of the lessons of history which teach that this apparent orchestration can only lead to total disaster for everybody, he said. Kwesi Pratt recounted how one of Ghana's military leaders, Colonel Ignatius Kutu Champon, who, according to him, was one of the best leaders of the country, had lost the favor of Ghanaians when he attempted to extend his stay in office and eventually lost his life. Champon's popularity took a nosedive when he sought to introduce the union government idea, and the general perception was that he wanted to extend his stay in power indefinitely. The resistance was massive, and crucial state resources were diverted from reproduction and put in useless charm projects. The economy suffered, he wrote. Kwesi Pratt added that the suggestion that only one person can lead the country properly is inconceivable and should not be encouraged. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. A third term for the current president, like Trump said, I mean, yeah, the constitution can be, yeah, sort of, yeah, so they could go for a third term. The people really want it, yeah. The people really want it. What do you think about that? We see the same thing happening in Cote d'Ivoire that have brought about lots of undercurrents and undertones going on, that, and we see it happening in various countries where coup d'etats have taken place. But what do you think? Well. There's a saying in the Ghanaian parlance or in the Ghanaian language, say, Nyansa ni baku fote. It's not only one person has not got all the wisdom in the world to lead a country. Maybe someone else has got something that you don't have. Diversity, that's what people will say. But as I say on the platform all the time, maybe the person is delivering and everybody seems to be enjoying. We can see improvement in our life. Do we keep the person in, or we kick the person out, saying that your tenure is over and you have to go? What do you think? As you go away, I want you to ponder over that, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Until then, it's been me, your one and only Archie, saying, have a top of the day. I'm out like
this
that.
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening.